Globies! Welcome to my new home office in Hong Kong. It took forever for me to put this together. Now I actually have a workable space. So much fun! But a lot of you guys asked me how not only I painted the hearts, but how I got the hearts to be so equidistant from each other. And let me tell you guys, it takes a little bit of math. So today I'm going to show you guys how I painted this wall. I wanted to do polka dots originally, but I thought, you know what? I have a little bit too much heart, so let's go ahead and make little hearts on my walls. At first I was kind of apprehensive about it because I thought it might end up looking tacky. It's kind of cute and it's a little bit chic in a way. I really enjoyed it. So let's talk about the wall in general. So basically what I did was I treated the wall like a graph. I would create lines that is going to pinpoint exactly where the hearts are going to be. So imagine you have a big sheet of paper, and what I did was I made sure that the hearts are about a foot apart from each other. From here to here, it isn't exactly quite a foot, but from the center of the heart to the center of another heart, it's exactly 1 foot away from each other. Let's say you have a wall that is just like this, right? So from the top all the way down to the bottom, I would mark a foot going down. Now how I got it to be so straight, well basically what I did was I also marked a foot going down on the other side of the wall. I would take a long piece of masking tape or just painter's tape, and I would place the tape on one side of that wall where the first foot is, and then I would match it up on the first foot on the other side of the wall. And if you were to just pull the tape nice and straight and firmly and just connect the two dots, it would create a straight line. If you did this straight across from every single one of the foot markings, then you can go ahead and create the lines on your x-axis. Oh my gosh, I just said x-axis. That is very geometry of me. So now we're going to have to worry about our y-axis and all the lines that are going up. From the start of the wall, I would mark a foot away from the wall, just like that, going all the way across. Now, on the second row, I actually had to stagger my hearts because if you just did a foot from the right, you're gonna have hearts going straight up and down, and that's not really polka-hearted. It's just a vertical lines of heart. Instead of going a foot in, I did 6 inches in, and then I would do a foot going across. And then on my third row, I actually would just do the foot in, going across. And then on the fourth row, I would actually do the 6 inch and then the foot in. Every single time where that foot is marked, what I did was I would draw a cross. My whole wall was full of little crosses. Now we're gonna move on to the actual stencil of the heart. All I did was I bought these cardstocks. So I bought this one. It's a perfect square just because, again, the math is easier. And I just drew right down the middle of the cardstock paper, making sure I divide it into equal quarters. Now, as far as the heart go, I just cut out a bunch of hearts on a piece of paper, picking the one that I liked the most, or the shape that I like the most. If you like this shape, I actually have a stencil of it on my blog, so you can head over to my blog and just print it out and just steal this heart. What I did was I took that heart and I placed it onto the cardstock, and I just made sure that the middle of the heart is lined up with that line that's going down the middle of the cardstock. Next, I went ahead and I just cut out the cardstock, and that is pretty much it. And for it to stick on the wall, I just used painter's tapes on all 4 sides of the stencil heart. Some people would just use the 2 sides, but I think you get a little bit more stability if you just tape all 4 sides. So here is the cool part, and where all of that graphing will be rewarded. Go on your wall where there is a T. You're going to line up the lines that's on your cardstock with the line that is on the wall. This way, your heart isn't wonky and tilted and not upright. It's supposed to be where it's at. It's perfect. It's exact. And once you put it on and you see all the lines lined up, that's it, baby. As far as paint goes, you can use any type of wall paint. For me to get this gold metallic paint, I decided to use this brand, American Accents, and it's more of an art paint, I feel like. It dries really quickly. It actually dries in about 2 or 3 minutes. I don't know if I would recommend this for everyone just because I do feel like it is thick, but for me, I so far really like the way it looks. It's a metallic paint. Unfortunately, anything metallic, even like nail polish, dries really quickly. All the flecks and gold and glitter or whatever that's in here gives it too much surface area and it dries quicker. So science. For me personally, I do really like the look of it. I love the look of the metallics. I think it looks awesome. I just went in using a sponge and I just dab it with the paint. I feel like this dabbing motion is a little bit more precise than painting it on. Make sure that when you're stenciling, you're not pushing paint up and underneath the stencil. Just dab it right on top. Take your time. It's supposed to be a therapeutic thing. This was very relaxing for me. I enjoyed every bit of it. With this paint, what I did was I did take the stencil off after the first coat and then I went in with just a paintbrush just to kind of give it a little bit more color to make sure that it's saturated in this metallic color. You can leave the stencil on and you can go over it again with a sponge, very easy. I did do about 8 hearts, so I was able to just move from row to row really quickly. It went by really fast. Now obviously we're humans and we are going to make boo-boos, so of course you can go ahead and clean up the edges with the base color. I have this white here and I just had an extra can of white paint. You can go in with a nice little clean brush and just fix up around the edges, but you know what, I didn't do that, not because my hearts were perfect or anything. By all means, there is some raggedy, jaggedy edges. I wasn't going to obsess about it because when you look at it on camera, it looks awesome, and when I stand far away, it looks amazing. Although it would be my second nature to be totally compulsive about it. But another tip I want to give you guys is that you have to clean up the pencil marks. Sometimes, you know, we make a little bit extra markings. That's fine. You should dip your eraser in a little bit of water before you start erasing it. I feel like if you just use a dry eraser onto the white wall, it doesn't seem to really clean off the pencil marking. Just dip it in a little bit of water and rub it and just watch that magic clean itself up. I'm really excited about this wall, you guys. So if any of you guys are gonna try to take on this task, please share me a photo. I really want to see what you guys come up with. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this DIY and I'll talk to you guys later. Remember to rock on Slobies. Bye! Hey there Slobies, here's a quick tutorial on how I curl my hair. So let's go ahead and get started. First, as a part of my hair care regimen, I'm going to apply argan oil to my damp hair. I massage it from root to tip,